Hey guys, it's Kat and I'm back today to talk about my July favorites. So I don't have any fails this month, which is good. I do like to call out products that I don't like and that I'm experiencing and I think that are absolute rubbish. But at the same time, if I don't have products that I hate, then I'm happy because I haven't wasted my money and I haven't wasted my time trying them and I haven't wasted my makeup wearing them. So yeah, I'm glad that there's no fails this month. It is a pretty small month for products. I've got a baby. We're in lockdown version 2.0 here in Melbourne. So we haven't really been going anywhere or doing anything. And also masks are compulsory. It's illegal not to wear a mask in public in Melbourne and Victoria now, I believe. So yeah, if I do go to the shops or do something, I'm like covering half my face. I'm wearing sunglasses. So there's no point even attempting to wear makeup. But today I decided to wear some makeup because I wanted to film. And it's just taken me about 10 hours to get around to filming. So it is about 10 p.m. So if I look tired, it's because I am. But I thought, I'm not wasting this. I'm going to film. So that's what we're doing. But I thought I'll go through the products that I have been loving this month because when I do get an opportunity to wear makeup, I do have some products that I've been really loving using. And then there's some other sort of, well, a hair care product and a lip treatment that I've also been loving using as well. So let's jump into it. All right, the thing that I've loved the most this month, and this is actually a really weird product because when this released about a year and a half ago, I was like, not interested. Don't give a crap, no thank you, wasting my time, go away. And then I recently saw it on sale at Mecca. I might actually do a sort of ISO haul video because at the start of isolation and during lockdown in like April, I wasn't buying any makeup. I'm like, I'm being very good, I'm not buying anything. But this time around, there's been a few like end of financial year sales popping up and I've just been going like, take my money. I'm not wearing much makeup, but for some reason, I'm buying stuff. As it is, right next to me, I've got a Mecca order with my Beauty Loop box. I was actually going to do an unboxing of my Beauty Loop box, but it is kind of late, so I thought I won't do that. But I did, I've been ordering stuff and I've been getting parcels to my house quite regularly. So yeah, I might do a haul to show all the products. But the thing that I got in a Mecca sale, 50% off, was this palette from Too Faced. Now, like I said, when this first was released, I think it's a limited edition thing and pretty much was on sale because they're trying to get rid of excess stock. This is the Natural Lust palette. They had the Natural Love palette, I think, the year before, and they released this earlier last year, the Natural Lust, which is the second version. And I remember around the time this launched, I wasn't into nudes. I was sort of getting into color kind of makeup. I explained in a video recently, the tag, the lookbook, makeup lookbook tag, I think it's called. I was talking about how I used to sort of, I think in 2018, early 2019, I was really into colorful eyeshadows. And then something turned halfway through 2019 and I'm back into nudes. So this is a predominantly nude palette and when it was released it didn't interest me, but right now it inspires the heck out of me and I have been loving it. Now you probably can't tell much from my makeup. It is dark, I look tired and crap, but I am wearing these sort of silvery shades, these sort of taupey silvery grey shades. I'm wearing that all over the lid, that in the crease, that one there in the inner corner. And I think I've blended it out with this one as well. And I just love this palette so much. I'm not wearing makeup every day, but when I do wear makeup, I'm pretty much reaching for this most of the time if I'm not wearing just Project Pan eyeshadows. And why I love this is because it is a big sort of nude palette. The quality is actually really nice. And I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but the top row is mainly sort of pinky nudes. It does have a pop of sort of like a dark magenta sort of color there. Then we've got some more neutral shades here. We've got a gold, an olive, a bronze. These are more warm tone nudes here, so mattes and shimmers. Here we're getting into more of the cool tones. That's more of a sort of mauvey berry nude. And now we've got like gray nudes with a pop of sort of like shimmery teal and a black. So I love this. Not only is the quality really nice, but the color stories, like if you're into nudes, this is like all year round nudes. You've got sort of spring romantic nudes. You've got your neutral everyday nudes. You've got your warm nudes. You've got a slight little bit of extra color. And then you've got your cool tone nudes, and I'm just into these really grey tone ones. For some reason, I'm really digging just really cool toned nudes that aren't silvery. Like there are some sort of silvery elements to it, but you can see it's not sort of frosty looking. Yeah, they're almost like brownie grays. They're not silvery grays, they're brownie grays. And I love the look I've created, and I've been wearing them a lot. And I also, in a couple of recent videos, I have been wearing this. People have pointed out that it looks like I've got topper on this eye and not on this eye. I'm doing exactly the same thing on each eye, but I do have contact dermatitis here. So it's almost like scarred tissue, and it just looks a lot more shiny. So I did also mention in that lookbook tag video that I do want to start doing some videos sort of honing makeup skills and practicing techniques. I need to wait until this clears up, because at the moment it is hard to sort of do makeup over the top and make it look good because it's bumpier. The texture is weird. So yeah, that's why I've got some weird texture there. But otherwise, I love this tone of makeup. The formula is really, really nice in this palette. And I just really love these sort of, yeah, very, very cool tone browns, I'd call them. So gray tone browns. Everything about this, I'm digging. I haven't used all shades. If I was doing sort of like multiple looks with one palette type videos, which I can't currently do because I'm not wearing makeup enough, I would so be keen to film a video on this because it so inspires me. But again, it's a limited edition sort of discontinued palette, so it's really hard to want to do a full-on like review that takes a couple of weeks when you can't access it anymore. But if you are into nudes and you see this on sale, pick it up. I bought it up 50% off. I thought I was going to regret buying it. I don't. I'm very, very happy. Quality's lovely, and colors I dig. When I'm not wearing that and I am wearing a touch of makeup, so what I tend to do if I'm just like going for a walk or going down to the shops or going to the post office or going to the doctors, whatever it happens to be, because I do have that contact dermatitis, which is quite pink, and it doesn't look aggravated, but it clearly is something going on when I'm not wearing makeup. So I have been wearing this a bit, and it's really easy to throw on. Even if I'm holding a baby, I can sort of just put it on, blend it out with one finger. So this is the Laura Mercier Caviar stick in Au Naturel. This is a matte shade, so it's not a shimmery version. In the past, I've only ever tried the shimmery ones, but this is a matte finish one. And it is a really, really beautiful, cool toned nude. But if blended out, it sort of just matches my skin tone. It might add a little bit of depth, but it's really, really pretty. It's really, really easy to use. It doesn't crease on me. And it sort of blanks out or color corrects and covers that sort of spot. And also covers the texture because it's matte. It sort of smooths it over without being too sort of cakey. If I was to put concealer on my lid, it would just look like I've got no eyes. It would just be too cakey, whereas a little bit of this, it just sort of adds a little bit of something. Put a little bit of mascara, off I go. So I have been loving this. It's part of my project pan, but I mainly put it in my project pan because I've been using it so much. So yeah, if you have any issues with like eye redness and you want something to cover a little bit, but not too much like a concealer, I love this. I think it's so good. Last eye thing. I recently, again, I placed a Sephora order because I had a sale, and I can talk about the items I got in my haul when I do a haul. But the thing that I have been using over the last week since my order arrived is this little palette here from Natasha Denona. This is a mini Glam palette. Now, I haven't been wearing this as much as this. Firstly, I've had this for longer, but secondly, this has a lot more variety in it. So, you know, I very much enjoy reaching for that. But when I do want a sort of simple look, this palette is gorgeous. It's one of her mini palettes, so it is a lot smaller. The pans are tiny compared to the bigger palettes. I do prefer this. The pans are 0.8 grams each. They're not minuscule. You can actually get a lot of use out of it before you even hit pan on it. But it is just a nice little capsule palette. Again, I like cool tones at the moment. I like cool tone browns, cool tone golds, and this sort of has it in there. So we have a sort of cool tone bronze. We have a cooler tone transition color. This is actually looks like like an olivey yellow color. So it's not a warm yellow in the sense that it's got a lot of, you know, red tones in it. It definitely has a lot more cooler tones, but it's not like gray, if you know what I mean. Then we do have a taupe. So this is a browny gray, again, sort of similar to the colors I'm wearing on my eye today. We've got a dark chocolate brown matte and this really pretty sort of, it's almost like a champagne with a bit of pink and a bit of gold. And it's really nice just as an inner corner highlight or a wash of color on the lid. So this is sort of like a capsule palette that I have been really enjoying. This is something that I'd totally bring traveling with me. Not that we're traveling anywhere, but this is sort of like, I can create probably multiple looks using this one mini palette. So if I want to reach for something that's more compact, I can just create a few different styles of looks, but in color tones that I know I'm going to enjoy. I really like this. The formula is really nice, but if I want something with a bit more variety, but still very nude, I love this. I just want to keep looking at it because I love it so much. The finishes are really beautiful as well. There's different finishes. A lot of them are quite metallic. They remind me of the formula in the chocolate gold palette, which is one of my favorite Too Faced palettes. The mattes are really, really soft and buttery, but there are some sort of more satiny shades as well. So you can sort of go in with some of these darker shades, these shimmery shades, and use it almost like a satin. I love this palette so much. I don't know why it's taken me nearly like a year and a half to realize how much I would have wanted this, but then again, I got a half price, so I can't complain. All right, onto lip products. Again, I haven't been wearing many lip products because we wear masks. And if I wear a lip product, there has been times that I'll put a lipstick on to leave the house and then I actually go, oh, I've got to wear a mask, and I cover it up. Or take it off and then put the mask on. But anyway, if I have been wearing a lipstick, it's one of these. So I was actually sent these. So the story behind it was we were sent these in PR at Beauty News. We did destroy one to make sure, I didn't even say what they are. Sigma Infinity Point lipsticks. So this is the full range of them. They've got a red and they've got 3 nude shades. I'm wearing one of them today and I really, really, really love them. So the story is we actually on the Beauty News channel, we took one of these and we used it all the way down because the theory about these is that they stay pointed all the way through because they've got a teardrop shape. So they do start with a point, but even if you wear down that point, because the shape is like a teardrop shape, you have the ability to use the point all the way through the lipstick. And we did show that you can do that, which is great. And Sigma actually really liked that video so much. And we were talking in the video how we need to split the shades because we both want them because they're beautiful colors. They actually sent us a new set so we can have like a set each, which was really nice of them. So yeah, I've been playing with these. The red is gorgeous. I might actually swatch them. But what I like about them is they're just a really good quality lipstick. They're super pigmented. So you can see just one swipe is like really pigmented. This is like a traditional beautiful red. It is like a creamy lipstick, so it's not a matte lipstick. It is definitely a sort of hydrating creamy lipstick. You can see that my lips, I've got a bit of a sheen to them. This is the shade Epiphany, which is a really, I thought this was going to be too pink when I first saw it, but it's actually a really beautiful peachy toned nude. So yeah, once again, one swipe, really creamy, really pigmented. They last a really long time, which I really like. The thing I don't like about them at the start though, because they've got that little point that sticks out, you can, if you're not careful, smush it into the lid. So you have to be sort of careful. That's the one thing I don't like about them, and I would also like probably more shades, but the one I'm currently wearing, the one that I use the most is Deja Vu. So this is more of a cool toned. You can see that I've actually, I don't know if you can see, but I've taken a bit of a nick out of that one from putting it in the wrong, like not carefully, but that's a cool toned nude, which I think is really, really gorgeous. Be careful how I put this in. They do have a magnetic closure, which is really nice as well. You just have to be really careful putting the tip in the right way. And this is Temptation, which is a deeper shade. So it's a cooler toned sort of shade as well, but it's a lot darker. So you can see down here that is that one, and they're just really, I didn't even swatch that properly. All right, so you can see it down there. So yeah, these are really beautiful. If you like a creamy, comfortable lipstick that stays for a long time, has a lot of pigmentation, I really dig these. I think they're really, really beautiful. So even though I did mention lipsticks as a favorite item, because they are great lipsticks, I'm more inclined these days because of isolation, because of masks and whatnot. I tend to wear just lip balms or lip glosses. on a daily basis. And one thing that I've pulled out of a drawer, because I have been sort of going through drawers and trying to use up things I have and clean out old things that I'm not going to get use out of or pass things on to people, whatever it happens to be. I came across a lip product that I forgot that I had, and I'm planning on maybe, I don't know if I'm going to put it in my project pan or if I'm just going to use it organically. Currently it lives in my bathroom, but it is the Clarins Lip Oil in the shade Raspberry, or the scent Raspberry. So it does have a bit of a tint to it, but in reality it just goes on clear on the lips anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But what I love about this is it's very, very like moisturizing. It gives a beautiful like wet gloss look to the lips, but because it does have an oil, it smells really good as well. Smells amazing. It smells like candy or something. But because it does have this like wet look, it just looks really luscious on the lips. And because it doesn't have much of a color or any color you can see, I often wear this just before I go to bed, and I put it on as sort of like a lip treatment. I put it on during the day. But I can tell you that this often I can feel it's still on when I get up at like 3 a.m. to feed my baby. I can still feel like my lips have some level of hydration to them. So not only does this look good, it smells good, and because it's got that oil in it, it feels quite like conditioning. It's really good for the lips. So this is something that I've pulled out recently and I've fallen back in love with. I think it's a really, really beautiful product. All right, we're up to the last thing. So this is a fairly quick one because again, not much is happening this month. It is what it is. But I wanted to mention an old favorite that I've probably mentioned in favorites before, and I didn't forget about it, but it's one of those products that I'll buy every like maybe once a year, then I'll use it for a few months, use it up, be like, I'll come back to you down the track, forget about it for a while, see it again, buy it again, and the cycle continues. So I've had probably about 3 or 4 of these in the past, and it's definitely something I love, and it is by Lush. It is the Big Shampoo. So this is a sea salt shampoo. And essentially it is sort of a clarifying shampoo. It is a weird format. So being in this tub, you just have to grab a bit. So all I do is I grab the smallest bit in my fingers, I put it in my hair. It does have chunks of salt in it. It is easy to wash out, the chunks of salt. It sounds a lot more sort of like weird than it actually is. But what I love about this is it really sort of strips any oils, or if you use a lot of hair products or a lot of dry shampoo and you really want to clean your scalp and you clean your hair really well, this is awesome. And it leaves your hair very, very soft and with a lot of volume in it, which I like as well. So I do have sort of wavy hair that can go quite frizzy. So I find that I do have a bit of an oily scalp, and if I don't really clarify the scalp area, my hair can sort of start looking like a triangle if it's currently dirty. So let's not judge it too much. But yeah, I have most of my volume down the bottom. So if I can add a bit of lightness and volume in the roots, it sort of balances it out and just looks a lot better. And this is a really fantastic shampoo. Like I said, it's my 4th one that I've owned, maybe 5th one. What I want to point out with this though is you really do have to use it as your second shampoo. So it can't be your only shampoo because it doesn't lather. You really need to put it on shampooed hair for it to really get in there and really lather and really work out all the crap that you've put in, or all the dry shampoo that you put in. So yeah, this is a sort of second shampoo step, but I can tell a huge difference when I do use it and when I don't use it. I don't use it all the time. I probably use it about once a week, but I love it and I'm glad it's back in my life. All right, so those are my favorites of July. Pretty sad bunch. Like, the products are good, don't get me wrong, but there's not much to talk about. There's not much going on. It is the state of the world currently, and a state of my household anyway. It feels a little bit like Groundhog Day. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that. And let me know in the comments what your favorite products of the month were. If you're using any makeup, I know a lot of people they're not wearing makeup at the moment, but if you've got a favorite hair care product or a favorite skincare product, I'd love to know, because it's good to talk about things you love. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.